Random ship.
Or at least at like certain points, just drop more health. That would be at least a little bit more. Either like checkpoints or drop more health, one or the other.
You know what's really hilarious?
What?
I think most people I know didn't have much issue with this boss. Only the final boss.
This one is fucking brutal for like.
Like, I think Renzo beat it in like 10 minutes. And Days, I think, took like 15 minutes on it.
It's been 45.
Yeah. Like, I didn't spend very long just because I already knew about the game, so I already know how everything works before I even played it, so I didn't have like too much issue with anything. That's just the problem when you were like looking at games back in 2012 and watching Let's Players all the time. Shoot her in the back! When she does that, you can do so much damage. I feel like I'm focusing more on watching you than playing on it. Assuming I don't have this match set up correct. It's too entertaining. Give me bounty hunting.
Alright.
You know what to do.
Get the fuck away from me, big things, ag. This is some shit. Get away from me.
Oh man, I'm torn. The aisle. That used to be it. It's still a good. Yeah, I know what this is. Let's go ball.
Yep.
You know what to do. Yeah, it moves.
Like dangling.
Yeah. It gives you health too.
This might be it.
Keep shooting.
Trying to.
You did it!
Oh, fuck you! Oh my god.
See, it wasn't that hard. You had full health by the end of it.
Can I kill her?
Well, she's already permanently incapacitated.
Thank God. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was painful.
No. Like, don't you do get one more surprise
though. Who knows? I might actually be able to finish the game today.
Maybe.
Depending on how hard this supposed last boss is. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no! Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It's not fine.
It's very fine. I'll have you know.
It's not fine.
There, you're gonna be fine.
This is a boss.
Well, it's not a boss. It's a mini boss.
Stop throwing shit at me.
Well, that's how this boss works.
You
Very shit.
No.
Yeah, this is my favorite like enemy in the whole game. He's the coolest one. He's like the most dynamic out of everything.
Got it. I got one of his arms.
Yeah, it still kills you even if it only has one limb.
Got it.
Yeah, see, that's my favorite enemy in the whole game. Oh yeah, Darth, wouldn't you believe me that I was able to do the boss in my first attempt, and then I immediately died to this thing? He killed me from full health.
Oh my god.
So that's how, so you know where my skill level is. aced the boss and then died to that immediately afterwards. I used up all my skill or some shit.
Oh, big boy mech time.
They're not very durable, so be really careful with them. They're very fragile.
I actually hopped out of it.
Yeah, you can get out of the map.
Hold on. Stream notification knows you. Alright.
Yeah.
So, how to use the sword attack?
That was what spacebar used to be on, but you rebound it to something.
No, I didn't.
Well, you'll have to probably look in the options. Oh, you found it.
Yeah, no, I figured it out.
Oh, you also, if you crouch and move left and right, you can dash left and right.
Hey, skirt.
Yeah, that's very good for, like, getting distance. Sometimes it helps you dodge. This is a strange loadout. I think I'm going to find Nick Bass. We are.
Oh, fuck. Oh, there we go.
What the?
Okay. I broke. Whatever. It was fun while it lasted.
You get more, so.
I'm guessing. Oh, boing. Well,
A lot of missed skulls.
oh, of course, one of you boys. Hi.
Your friend! Your
never-
squid that came back.
No, get away. I don't want you anymore. There's the reason why I flushed you down the toilet. Go away. Alright, he's dead now. I took care of him.
Whoa.
Let down the game.
See, the squid seems a lot easier now.
Oh yeah, back then it was like, oh my god, get the fuck away. But how do I? Oh. Okay.
Oh, you have to defeat the Gate Guardian. This was the hardest enemy for Days to fight.
Wait, really?
Yeah, the Gate Guardian that shoots missiles at you from the gate. Yeah, Days had the hardest time against him of any enemy in the entire game. It was amazing. But what? He died like 4 or 3 times in a row. Hilarious. I'm talking about intrusion. And meanwhile, in 100, I'm just killing it AI with the random ship on. Oh, the shade of red seems... Maybe they changed the... Maybe the colors got sneakily updated. You know, Ivan was talking about how they weren't the most accurate, like, on the website to, like, in-game. When you, like, pick a color in the website and you try in-game, it's, like, a different shade.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Maybe they made it... Maybe they did some sneaky changes to make it more, one-to-one. Because Ivan said so...
I said all my HUDs in the game didn't feel like Imperial ships from, like, Star Wars, because, to be honest, I played a lot of space shooters. Like, a whole lot of them. I played Elite Dangerous, I've played Star Wars Squadrons, I've played all these other ones, right?
Oh.
And so, but the one thing I loved the most out of all of them was the, Imperial's, like, no you don't, Imperial's, like, internal HUD, like, how it was laid out and stuff like that. The color scheme, I was like, damn, I'm really flying a TIE fighter.
Oh, you'll be... Actually, I know X4. Do you know about that yet?
No, I do not.
It's basically a single-player space sandbox game where you basically run your own space business. And I know one of the mods for it replaces all the ships in game with Star Wars ships. And it replaces all the weapons with Star Wars weapons. So it's essentially a sandbox Star Wars game at that point.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like, I need to look and see if they updated any, because they slowly add like more ships. I know the biggest ship you can control is like a standard Star Destroyer, I think. And I think they said it's like they'd like to get like the bigger dreadnoughts working, they just haven't gotten to that point. Yeah. And it uses Star Wars ships from all eras, so you have the prequel era ships and the current, well, the original Star Destroyers. They don't, unfortunately, they don't have the new Star Destroyer, because I actually like the new Star Destroyer. I actually like it a lot. The Resurgence. I remember what they look like.
The thing is, I don't really watch the newer ones just because the newer ones are great.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, they suck, but I like their ship design. I like one of the ship designs.
I like their ship designs, but I actively veto the story.
Because the Resurgence is really cool, because it has, like, the open flight deck in the front, and it has a lot of, like, you know, point defense cannons, too. And it's just, and it's slightly, like, up-armed. Not like a, it's not that much, like, stronger than a Star Destroyer, but it's, like, it has better weaponry than. But it's not like the 9th movie where they all have, like, Death Star lasers. Where it's just like, oh.
That's the thing, I fucking, dude, I could not withstand that shit. I was done. I was like, at that point, I'm like, this is a mockery to Star Wars. Like, just casually having all of them have the. Do you know how much Kyber that shit is? Do you know how much bullshit that is? Like, to be honest, I literally thought when I saw that point, I'm like, no, there is not enough Kyber in the whole fucking galaxy for that shit.
Oh, no one knows how Palpatine made a whole army of them. Like, not even the Kyber, like, the ships themselves, like, who built them? They just come out of the ground.
And also, the whole Palpatine shit, my biggest annoyance with that is, why does Emperor Palpatine look like he's been shot with lightning? The Force lightning.
And why does Palpatine not protect against his own Force lightning?
Well, no, the thing I was annoyed about was because Emperor Palpatine still looked old and wrinkly like he got shot with Force lightning. But the thing is, this is a DNA copy. That was a physical change. He got shocked by the lightning that made him look like
oh, we don't actually know how he's alive. They just say it's like, oh, he is.
Well, no, he was cloned. That's exactly what happened.
Well, they never said that, though.
No, it's actually lore. Back lore.
Alright, well, not in the movie, they don't say it.
Yeah, no, but in some other comics, they say that he cloned himself using the, you know, the clones, like the clone process.
Yeah.
What he did was he basically did the same thing on himself, but on a more advanced scale. Which was almost like they basically refined the technique, quote unquote, and made like an exact copy of himself for the end times. And I'm like, I was pissed. I was fucking infuriated. Like, how dare you? You know, you don't even have the balls to make a new bad character because the other one was so bad, so you just bring back another one from the.
To be fair, the only villains that have died are Grievous and Count Dooku, which are probably the cooler ones anyway.
Dude, to be honest, I fucking loved Grievous. I loved Grievous for the fucking life. He's like the coolest thing ever. He's like the ultimate clanker, you know?
I feel like Dooku should have like gone back to like the good side, but apparently not.
Yeah, well, yeah. No,
that would have been really cool. That's what I would have done. Like, that's more a problem of Episode 3 than anything else. How they just like kill Count Dooku in the beginning.
Come on. Okay.
I like how Revenge of the Sith has like 2 really powerful Sith die in it. And then one, which would be Anakin, get like horribly fucked up. Just kind of ironic, but
there was something where someone had changed, like there was someone who goes, yo, the Star Wars creators, they changed the name, they changed all the names, or like they got them all wrong, and he was like going through and fixing them, because what he did was he's like, no, all the names are correct, but they're for the wrong movie, and so he like changed around which order of the names were. And like I was like, dude, this makes like way more sense, you know.
Finally got a Hoovu. Oh no, the ship has a pip on it. Well, thankfully.
Yeah. So here it is. there's one guy who stated that the names don't make sense. He says the first Star Wars movie in the Skywalker saga, titled The Phantom Menace, should be called The Rise of Skywalker. He explains because that's where we literally met Skywalker on his journey to be a Jedi. And The Rise of the Skywalker should be called The Phantom Menace because they resurrected Palpatine and he's the
Yeah.
Phantom Menace, right? And he was just going through and he's like basically explaining it. Like, and I was like, "Say you're going? Are you serious? It makes all makes sense, you know."
Yeah. Oh, well, Phantom Menace made more sense before the sequel movies came out, because the Phantom Menace is referring to the Sith in general. They were, vanished for like 1,000 years, and they thought that there was no more Sith anymore. That's why they're considered Phantom Menace. Because they were around, working in the shadows.
Like,
But they just happened to make a movie after it that was more literal, basically, to Phantom Menace.
dude, no. To be honest, the reason why they're doing the Mandalorian and the Bad Batch is just to fix the fuck ups. Like, they're trying to hide it.
And I don't even consider Mando to be that good, like, at all.
I haven't truly watched it yet. I've only watched the first couple episodes. I haven't watched
Well,
it all the way through.
the first season is a little bit better than the second one. The second one is like it's very fan baity, where they're just trying to show you shit to make you go ooh ah when the actual story itself is on fire in the background.
Like,
Like they're just showing you a character that you know about, and they have them do cool shit, and then nothing of like importance happens the whole episode apart from you get to see cool shit a character you. That's it.
That's the thing.
Sometimes it doesn't even make sense what they do.
Like, the thing is, right now, is the fact that I do not understand why, just why they do this shit. To be honest, like, why don't they just veto it? The thing is, to be honest, even the people who worked on the movies,
Well, I know.
inside, even they know the movie was bad.
Well, I know with episode 8, basically Ryan Johnson knew what he wanted to do, and he did it, and no one could challenge him at all. And that was why episode 8's the way it is. Episode 7 is, I think, the same case where JJ did whatever he wanted to, and no one challenged him. Then episode 9, and no one was happy with. Like, not a single person working on that movie was happy with what they were doing, though. There was no...
Well, the thing is, at that point, they were just following the, who do you call it? The guy who, the director. They were all just following the director. And the director
well, they were, yeah, it was still up to JJ, but he was unhappy working on it, and he was just like, this is so not what I wanted to do. I had to do this.
Well, I gotta say, do you know the person who did Rey? The actor?
Yeah.
She's ultimately shunned by the community.
Shunned. Why?
Well, why is because, like, the thing is, it's not her fault, but everyone hates her because of her character.
Oh yeah.
Because
it's
of
like,
Mary
but
Sue.
I'm like, why? Because she already came out and said that, like, she wasn't she didn't think the character made a lot of sense, but she just went with whatever the director.
That's the thing. When she started these movies, she was very excited to be a part of the Star Wars universe. And at the end of the one, she just says, "I'm out. I'm not." She literally said in a talk that she's not doing another Star Wars movie at all because it has destroyed her life.
That's
because she's now being shunned by a large community that she always wanted to be a part of. You know?
Yeah.
So it basically destroyed her life.
Well, it's a shame though, because she could have been in like something good after. Let's say, well, that's all ruined now.
Well, yeah, no. She said, don't even like. There people. They even asked like, yo, can you maybe do like the voice of Rey at least? And she goes, no voice acting, nothing. I'm not.
You do a different character.
She literally said, I'm done. And
I feel like she'd raise an eyebrow at me, like, why do you want me to be in Star Wars so bad?
Well, like, they actually tried to get her, because they're making a Lego Star Wars, like, it was basically like a, what was it, the holiday edition, right? And, well, they asked her, they were like, yo, we needed someone to do the voice of Rey, would you like to do it? She goes, no, I'm not doing it, I'm done. You cannot pay me enough.
It's a shame that people are like so emotional that like because a character is a certain way they attribute that to the actor.
Yeah, no.
Like it's like you just think up and I'm just like you know that's not real, right?
Well, yeah, but the thing is,
that didn't happen.
They relate her to what's wrong with it, so therefore they just say that she is the issue, and that really just annoys the shit out of me. But
yeah, because
like,
all the other characters are very good, definitely. It's all
some of them no, some of them are
some of them are passable.
Like some of them, like, you know, what was it? She was the whatever pilot who, like, she was the writer or whatever.
I don't remember.
Like she was the one who was guarding the the airlocks. You know that one?
Oh, was that Rose Tico?
Yeah, Rose. Like, I thought Rose was the most unbearable character out of everything.
Yeah, well,
The thing is,
yeah, she's definitely
so think about this, right? The one dude is about to do the most honorable act and destroy this giant thing, right? He was gonna run into it with the sand speeder, right? Like, ran in head on, and then she stops him, like, because she's like, "No, I love you." It's like, are you fucking with me?
yeah.
You could have saved like the whole rebel.
When was this a bad anime?
Like, but no, it was so bad. It was so bad.
It's like that's like something that would happen in anime, and then they lecture you to why it's true for like the next 10 minutes at least, and like the story itself, and every character is in agreement and there's no dissent. It's like that's like what would happen in a trash anime. Was that? Like an anime that's like way up its own head. Which would mean the manga was probably even worse, but a manga, there was at least 3 chapters just parroting this idea. I mean, 3 chapters.
The thing is, you want to know the reason why the 9th one is so bad? You want to know the actual true reason?
Kathleen Kennedy?
No. The actual reason, and the reason why the 9th one is such a clusterfuck, is because that one was supposed to veto the first 2 movies. They were trying to cram 3 movies worth of information into 1 movie. That's the reason why it's so bad.
No, it's still Kathleen Kennedy's fault because she's the one in charge of Lucasfilm that mandated the entire trilogy to be the way it is.
I just can't.
It was her brilliant plan to do the Disney trilogy the way it was done. It was her plan to be like, we're just gonna hire out directors and have them do whatever they want, and the only things I'm gonna mandate is like more female characters and a few other things here and there that were like very.
To be honest, like, the reason why, no.
Are you finding the stalker?
Yeah,
What's called?
Big boy. Oh, and he's fucked.
Oh, you got a headshot. Yeah, if you hit his head enough, that's the only part that's like considered necessary to destroy to kill the bomb to move.
But like, the biggest thing was just like, oh my god, it's just that movie makes me like visibly like arg, because the thing is, Lucas himself, you know, the guy who made LucasArts, you know, the guy who made all the Star Wars movies except the Disney trilogy, yeah, that dude, yeah, he basically said, I'm done with it, I'm gonna give all my thing, you know, give it to Disney. And then they fucked it up so bad, he actually said, I'm coming back, you guys are all dickheads. Like,
well, I mean, even when he sold it, he said, he was asked like how did it feel. It's like it felt like I was selling it to slave drivers.
yeah.
So even when he sold it, he immediately probably regretted it to an extent. Like he was still happy to take the money. Like in his mind, it's like the money was worth it, which I'd say is very fair. He's got paid like billions or whatever. It's just like, yeah, I absolutely would have fucking sold it too, if I owned it.
Like, yeah, I understand, but the thing is, it was so bad. He came back. Like, the thing is, he had a loophole in it, right? He said that he will sell it to Disney, but he'll still have the rights over it. like, what is it, creative rights
Yeah,
over the
whatever
so
it was.
what happened was he sold it to Disney. He saw that it got fucked up, so he came back. He basically was like, nah, fuck you, I'm gonna fix this shit, and you guys can't do anything about it. So he came back, which is
Only
like,
Harrison Ford would help him with the dialogue, because George Lucas' dialogue can be somewhat cringe.
oh yeah, well yeah, no, like Harrison Ford. The reason why he was actually so like, why Han Solo is such a memorable character is because, Harrison Ford actually understood characters on a more deeper level. So while he was playing it, he was being the charming rogue scoundrel, right?
Yeah, well, he
Like,
also, Harrison Ford rewrote most of the script's dialogue to make it sound better for the original movies. So that's why the original movies have better dialogue than the prequels. Just because there's no one helping out George with dialogue in the prequel movies, as far as we know.
well, yeah.
At least no one as good as Harrison Ford, that's for damn sure.
The thing is, like, he like there are multiple things like he changed. Like, think about this: when he was about to get frozen in carbonite, so whoever says like "I love you," he was supposed to say "I love you" too. But being the rogue scoundrel, Han Solo wouldn't say that, so he did it like he made it kind of cocky. He goes, "I know." And that's the reason why it's so memorable, because it's like exactly what he would say. You know, he was like, "You this shit." It's like whatever. Think about this, right?
Or it's like the freaking prequels where I think it's Anakin and Padme being in love, and Padme's like, "No, it's because I'm in love with you," and Anakin's like, "No, it's because I'm so in love with you." It's just like, oh my goodness, it's cheesy as hell. Like, Anakin would never say it that way. And neither would Padme. They're both, like, really badass characters. They would never
to be honest,
be in love.
Though, like,
never express love, like, in such a, you know, normie way. Is probably the most accurate way.
Like, the reason why, like, people say that the pre-trilogy was, like, bad. I thought the pre-trilogy was actually pretty alright.
I think they're bad, but they have good parts to them.
Yeah, like there's some parts where it's like they're cringe.
Like, I consider it where it's like Revenge of the Sith, I think might average out to being a 5 out of 10, maybe. And then the other ones are like 4s. They're bad movies. They're not horrendous movies. For the Disney movies, where it's like, I think maybe all the main Disney movies, because I actually like Rogue One. Like the only good.
Rogue One and Han were great movies. I think the only thing that's an issue with Han is the fact that who they chose for being Han Solo looked nothing like Han Solo.
Oh, I actually liked the actor that they had, because I felt like he portrayed a young Han Solo really, really well.
Oh
actually.
yeah, no, he portrayed it well, but he did not look the part. That's
I felt like, I mean, to me the looks weren't a problem, but it's like, yeah, he does not look anything like Harrison.
Like Harrison Ford.
Like, his facial features are just completely wrong.
Well, yeah. And
but I didn't, for some reason, I completely overlooked that. That did not bother me at all. Even though it's like...
Me neither, but then I took a closer look, and I'm like, oh, you know? It was
for me, it's like...
I took a little bit of a closer look and realized, I was like, oh, yeah, that's kind of,
Oh yeah, that's the most fucked up thing in Han Solo. That's where Darth Maul just shows up for like a minute and then he's gone. It's like, what the actual fuck?
my favorite thing is in the Rogue One movie, where basically like at the end they were just playing like the beginning of like the actual Star Wars trilogy. Like, you know,
yeah, that was kind of cool, I thought.
Well, it was cool, but I thought it was the fucking funniest shit ever, for the sole reason that they just said fuck it, slap it in there, and just be like, yeah, they remastered it. Like, the only new Darth Vader scene in that whole movie was like a minute long, and it was just him getting pissy and killing someone.
Yeah, that was great. I liked that scene. I mean, I prefer the whole, like, you know, space battle. To me, that's like the best part of the whole movie. Like, this is like the only Disney Star Wars movie to have like a good-looking space battle, and it's a spin-off fucking film. It has like we were so robbed.
Like, I gotta say, like, Rogue One and Solo were great movies.
I don't think I think Solo has like a serious amount of fucking problems. I don't consider it a good movie. I consider it very enjoyable though. Like I enjoyed watching it a lot. I thought
I actually
very
thoroughly
entertaining.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed like all the bits about it because they answered some questions that people had about Han Solo that not a lot of people like. If you actually just like knew, like if you watched the movies, you wouldn't have known it. But the thing is, if you looked into in-depth lore like me, you would know why certain things were certain ways. Like Han Solo, his name, Han Solo. I knew the fact that he was named Han Solo because when I was trying to go through, he just said, "My name is Han," and the guy was like, "Well, you need a
Oh
last name." He
wow.
goes, "I don't have
A lot
one."
of
He
people
goes,
say
"All
that's
right,
really
Han
stupid in the
Solo."
movie. It's like, well, I think it was like, kinda, but like, I don't care enough. But like, that's actually
That was
old
the
lore
actual
that they brought back in the canon, basically.
Yeah, literally. That was like
That's
that
weird.
was old.
I
That
feel
was
like they
old.
probably should have changed it, but yeah, that's interesting.
I think it's pretty memorable. I think it's pretty like I like that part actually. I like that part a lot because it's like he's just sitting here. He just wants to push him along because the Imperials they were just time, money, all that shit.
Yeah, to me,
So
it's
he looks at
like
him.
I kind of have an
Han,
issue
I need a
with
last
it.
name. Solo.
I kind of have an
Solo.
issue with it where it's like they kind of like explain too much, where it feels like it's contrived. Where it's like, are we gonna explain every detail of his fucking life? A little.
Well, no,
It gets a little
there's
weird.
they got the major ones. That's the reason why I'm happy. They
I
got
think
the
it's
major
more the
ones.
fact
Now
they
they
do
have
it all
two.
in one movie. It's like, in one movie we've, like, covered, like, every important, like, history of him to, like, a good extent.
Well, that's the thing though. Like that's
But
the reason why I like it.
it's
Is
a
the
little
fact that
weird.
you don't need any more reruns of like who he is. You have it all in one movie. It's all condensed.
Oh, I feel like it's kind of, like, cheapening his, backstory, how it's, like, I feel like
Well, no,
something like the
no,
Kessel Run could have been, like, more substantial than, like, what it was, or whatever.
that's the thing. Like
I don't know.
I
It's
actually
rough.
liked the fact that it was mini boss time.
It kind of feels like they're just, like, hitting the highlights instead of, like, meaningfully, like, developing, like, an actual, like, story to it.
Well, they
You know, kind of like, it's kind of like if the prequel movies were one movie instead of three, and they covered the same amount of, like, ground in the plot. It's like, it would feel really weird. That's kind of like what Solo, it feels like they've condensed down a bunch of movies that should have been more in-depth to, like, who Han Solo is as a character early on, and they've instead just done it really quickly through one movie when they could have, like, been slower with it.
To be honest though, they actually the reason why I'm actually kind of satisfied is because they actually had a very tight budget while making that movie.
Oh yeah, well, they had to
Their
redo
budget
half
was
the fucking movie.
Yeah, their budget was way tighter. But the thing is, I think for the budget that it had, the movie came out way better than it should have.
I mean, they've made the second best Disney movie out of it for Star Wars, so that's a pretty good
Like-
achievement in my opinion.
Like think about this, right? The main trilogy that they had, right? The main one that they were going, and it had the biggest budget, and they were all shit. And then you have this little spin-off that was supposed
The
to be
spin-off
like,
movies
oh,
are better.
yeah.
That's why I was pissed off when they said they were gonna cancel all the spin-offs. It's like, those were the good movies that you were making. You should have canceled the main series and just done anthology movies for a while, and that would have been way better.
They actually, well, what supposedly they canceled it so that they can make the they canceled it so that they can make the TV shows. So what they actually did was they're making the TV shows with a movie budget.
Yeah,
That's
and unfortunately, they're not very good.
Well,
It's like, I mean, do I consider... I think Solo and Mando are kind of... Actually, Solo's better.
well, no.
Because Solo has Han Solo, a great character to carry it. So, yeah, actually, Han Solo is better than Mando, I would say. Just because of that.
Actually, personally, like, we haven't really, after, like, Mando, we haven't actually seen the other TV show they have going, which is, who is it? Conor McGregor, the guy who did Obi-Wan. He's coming back, and they're doing a new thing called Kenobi. That's gonna be a big one.
Or though, well, I feel like it's gonna suck just because they don't know how to... Disney doesn't know how to make a single piece of media, and they rely on, like, hiring people who know how to do it, because they themselves don't know what the hell they're doing.
How about this, right? One of the reasons why why George Lucas's movies were so good was the fact that he would make the movie, he'd make the script, and then he actually hand it to people who know the world better than him.
Well, to me, it's like the original movies were better. It's like, well, because there was more collaboration. There was a shit ton of talented people working together, whereas with the prequel movies, it was only George, and he had to carry the entire franchise when he has no one else that was, like, with him with the original movies that was helping him out. And then you have the sequel movies where it's like, we don't even have one person who's good.
Like, that's the thing. The thing is that I actually liked a whole lot was the fact of when George Lucas knew he was out of his depth. Because the thing is, in the beginning, he made the story, right? He made the whatever, just kind of like shot it out, and people loved it. And then he took a break for a while, and there were all these other comic books and other things that were made in the absence, right?
Yeah,
All
the
this
beginning
other
of the
stuff.
EU. Because the EU fucking went balls to the wall after the prequel movies.
Well, like, that's the thing. Like, there's all this backlore in the EU and all that shit, right? There's like so many different things. So when he was trying to make the prequel movies, what he did was he actually went to the people who understood all the bits. Because he didn't work on the backwards, like all the different comic books and things.
The
So he went to
nitty-gritty
them.
detail.
Yeah, he didn't know the nitty-gritty details of his world because there are some other people who were working on it at the same time. So he went to them and said, "Yo, I want you to read over this. Is there anything that's wrong?" And they got it, multiple things wrong. He's like, "Yo, this is like this. This is like this. These are a little bit weird because in other things they're not canonized or they're not like whatever. So this is a little bit weird." Da, 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 da. They kind of nitpicked and pointed out certain areas that he got wrong in his own world. Because the thing is, at that point, it wasn't his world. It was a group effort. It was a like, it wasn't just his idea anymore. He had the main story, but the world that he set in was heavily modified by other people who were also working on it. So it was like, that thing blows my mind. The fact that he actually like, it was kind of like he didn't say no, this is my world and defended it with all his life. He kind of accepted the fact that this world is bigger than him. That blew my mind.
Then you
The
have
solo
the
factor.
people working on the Disney movies where they're like, couldn't care less about the lore, they just want to do whatever they want.
Well, that's the thing. Now a lot of the back lore is considered legends, and I'm pissed. Because the thing is, in the comic books, you can actually see when Darth Vader was an absolute badass, right? You saw all the points where Darth Vader was going on his fucking rampages and shit like that, and then they come along and make like puny, shitty movies, and then they also say, oh yeah, and by the way, anything that's not a movie, or certain video games isn't lore anymore. And they're like, are you serious? It's like, yeah, it's legends.
Because what I was hoping is they were going to like, weed out legends. So like all the, the crazy weird shit that's power creep to oblivion, that will just get weeded out. It'll still be around, but that will get decanonized. But all like the more, normal stuff,
No,
like, oh, that'll get the
everything
stay.
got decanonized.
It's like, no, all of it. It's like,
Everything.
can't we just only get rid of the stupid stuff? It's like, no, all of it. It has to be
No,
all of it.
it.
All
Like,
of
that's
it.
the thing. All of it. And that's the thing that makes me so aggravated. All of it. Like the thing is, so think about this. In Legends, there was a thing where Luke, after he defeated his like father and all of that stuff, he had children. And one of them fell to the dark side. No, we don't get that. We never get that now. That bit of
Didn't
information.
happen.
That
Anything with Admiral
like,
Thrawn never happened, even
years
though some of it doesn't actually
gone.
make any sense.
I understand that some of it did make sense. Yes, absolutely.
It's just like the writer absolutely was pulling shit out of his ass just to be like, yeah, Thrawn could do this. It's like, what? Why? What?
Like there's some things where absolutely some of it's like fucking weird, but there's some other things that were a lot more like serious. Like, did you know in Legends, Chewbacca actually dies?
Yeah, I know. And the Yuuzhan Vong lore.
Yeah.
He dies defending one of the first planets attacked, I think.
Well, he dies because what happened was he basically like.
And he got abandoned, I think.
He
Kinda.
didn't get abandoned. No, he did not get abandoned.
Oh, he
was
did. I'm
actually-
pretty sure they had to leave him behind, basically. Like, they didn't have a choice.
But it was a sacrifice. He
Yeah.
sacrificed.
That's why, it's like, he was essentially abandoned.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, he kind of knew it.
Just like how Noble 6 was technically abandoned in Halo.
But
But yeah, he did choose to stay behind, yeah, but did anyone stay with him? No.
Well, no. But like.
So he was abandoned. They didn't even give him a tank or something. Like, you think they could have as they were leaving the planet, they could have, you know, thrown a scorpion out the hangar? No. They couldn't even do that. Like, nah, we need it more than you do, actually.
Well,
Like, thanks, lads.
that shit pissed me off. Like, because there were a lot of cool things that actually happened in the comic books, but we never get to see it. Like, I know there are some stupid shit, like you know, some of the crazier feats of Darth Vader. Nah,
For me, it's
I'm
like, I think it was like, I'm trying to remember what
dude,
the
think
one
about this,
character
right?
was
There's
called that was just like obscenely OP. One of the
yeah.
Force-based characters.
Oh, you mean the Force Unleashed character? Do you mean like
No, no,
Star
no,
Destroyer?
not him. It was one of the
I was
books.
about to say I'm about to bitch slap you.
It was one. No, it was one of the characters where it took like Luke at like the height of his power and like several Sith at the height of their power to defeat. And I'm just like, this power scale is
Oh,
just too fucking high.
oh well, yeah, no. Some of the power scale and the things were like
Because
super
because
high.
at that point it's like,
Like
well, what's the point of the ships anymore? Because the Force users are way too powerful now, or you don't. The ships are actually irrelevant.
dude, like the person who showed up in the old Star Wars games, the not the Knights of the Old Republic, or no, that's it, Knights of the Old Republic. Like I'm trying to think of the name. Hold on, let me quickly check it up. I know the person and I know how much bullshit they are, but I need to like you know at least remember the name. Um,
Actually, I think Starkiller would be like the
I'm
perfect
just
like upper limit for how powerful a Force user could be. Like, it's not possible to
yeah.
have a Force user be more powerful. Due to the way
Well,
the
yeah.
lore for him is.
Well, the thing is, the lore actually made lots of sense for him, and that's the reason why it's
Like, to me,
it's
if
whatever.
that's like the upper limit and no Force user could be more like powerful in like a raw power sense, like they could defeat him in battle because they're like more skilled in the Force or whatever. But in terms of just
Yeah.
raw like physical strength in the Force, like no one could possibly outdo him.
Well,
Like,
yeah. The thing is, though, it was like logical sense, though, with how he was trained.
eh,
Like, the thing is,
I love.
how Darth Vader trained was so savagely brutal that, like, if you don't know, and the reason why I know a lot about them is because he's one of my favorite Sith characters of all time. He actually supposedly actually has lightsaber scars across his back because the thing is, when he failed a mission or something before he was considered an apprentice, he would get a lightsaber, Darth Vader's lightsaber, dragged across his back very slowly. He has been tortured. He has been mentally manipulated and abused to the point where he was abused ever since he was like a little fucking child. He has so much pain and anger inside of him that like it resonates. And the thing is, already from the beginning, he showed extreme amounts of like metachlorians in his body. It was like Darth Vader was hella impressed, and Darth Vader had a lot of shit going on. That dude had midichlorians up the ass, but he looked at this little kid and he's like, "Holy shit, I can sense you from here," right? So you take a strong Force user like Anakin
Iron.
and then torment him from the start. You're gonna get something stupid strong, and he was. The whole point of him was to, in part, destroy Palpatine.
Yeah, you already said that before. I remember that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was his whole arc was so that he could destroy Palpatine. Darth Vader would have him to destroy Palpatine, and then after that, he would kill him. That was the whole point. Like, and that, like, for me, that is cool as hell. Like, that is interesting as fuck. And he was supposed to be the main character in the newer things, and then he said he was too powerful, but you know, it's not like he was supposed to be built that way. To be honest, when I thought they were gonna make the new Disney trilogy, I thought they were gonna go back to basics and talk about Revan. Like, I want movies about Revan, like Darth Revan, dude. Fuck yes. Like, if you talk about anyone who is outside of the air, like outside of the main movies, but still like fucking badass, Revan. Like, Revan all the way. That dude is like the OG of badasses when you're talking about anything of like during the what you call it era. Um, but yeah. Uh, yeah. I mean, uh,
Enemy AI that attack you when you're refitting.
But like Revan, Darth Sion. Was he the one who I'm thinking about? Not Darth Sion. Darth Malik. Was that him?
I cannot
No, it was
remember.
Darth.
I don't
No,
know
it was
enough
Darth
about
Nihilus.
lore.
I think it was Darth Nihilus. Hold on, let me check. I think this is the one because he has a exact look to him. Yep, Darth Nihilus. Okay, so what I consider too powerful, right? Darth Nihilus. That's his name. Sorry, it took me a second to find him. So, Darth Nihilus has the Force power to destroy planets. He did it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he was so powerful.
much.
Like, what the fuck? Why even have a Death Star at that point? If you could just destroy planets just by using the Force. Like, I understand there is some. I feel like the highest limit of dark, like the dark Force that you could use, like the dark side of the Force, was the Force Bomb. Have you heard about that? Do you know what that is?
I think I vaguely know it, but you should.
So the Force Bomb was a weapon used once, but was considered too powerful that they just could not use it anymore. Even though the Sith thought it was too evil. But what the Force Bomb was a concentrated mass of the dark side of the Force, and they would drop it onto a planet, and they did it once. And what happened was it literally wiped Earth off the fucking planet. Anyone close to it instantly disintegrated. They didn't just disintegrate; they literally just boom, bone, like destroyed, entirely destroyed. And they're like, you think, oh, that shit's powerful. Well, it doesn't stop there. When it traveled across the planet, it destroyed everything on the planet that was living, all of it, just poof, gone. Like, and this was due to a concentrated mass. Like, this was like 3 or 4 or 5 Sith sitting there, and they give all of their power, all that they could, and make it into a solid mass. It was crazy.
Oh,
it was
wow.
considered like the height of like destruction. Until this dude comes along and fucking destroys the planet. But like there was a thing. There's one picture of the Force Bomb that taunts me to this day. Which is like terrifying.
It's always so
Where
close,
is it?
man. Oh, input.
Here. Oh, it's called the Thought Bomb, not the Force Bomb. Thought Bomb. Sorry, I got
Thought
mixed
bomb.
up.
Oh, okay.
The Thought Bomb. But think about this. So this is what the Thought Bomb looked like. And I'm gonna send it to you because. So that's what the Thought Bomb looked like, and it was considered one of the most devastating thing. It was considered the it just like when they say here, it was reserved to the last resort where no other means of ensuring victory existed. It was so devastating. This is what happened to people just like on Force sensitive individuals. Boom, you're gone. You are literally just disintegrated into dust.
Oh, do you know about the Force Harvester from like the Clone Wars game?
The Force Harvester. You mean the one where they try to like rip the Force out of the user?
Yeah, it rips Force out of everything, and then it's used to power the Dark Reaper. Does something even worse. I think it's like an ancient Sith suit.
Like that's the thing. Like I don't like.
I don't remember.
This, I consider
it's kind of powerful.
This because this was considered the peak of devastation for the Sith. And then you get people like Darth Nihilus out there who literally just go, huh? That's just bullshit. And they're like, they'll just poof and just nuke people and just destroy a whole, casually destroy a whole planet because he was just so aggravated. I'm like, are you serious? This dude, like, I understand there are some Sith and Jedi out there who are actually like thoroughly amazing and super cool in their own ways. Like, there was one Jedi who was so honed in with the Force. She actually used the Force to control her lightsabers, and she had like 4 or 5 of them, and she just used the Force to like, attack them, and it was cool. That was super interesting. I like that. That should stay, but that doesn't stay. That's one of the things that they just entirely wiped off. I'm like, come on, like, get rid of some of the crazy stuff, but things like this, keep it. Why do you get rid of it?
Stop getting rid of everything.
Yeah, like.
I need it.
Like that. Like, come on, Like, so yeah. Me anger.
Angry. Stop being angry. Be happy.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. What did I press? I don't even know what I pressed. Probably just died. But like, yeah. So that wasn't fun. No bueno. And there are a lot of people who left the Star Wars franchise or like the thing just because of just how much shit they've been going on. Like, there's like now at this point, there's no way to repair the damage that has been done. You know?
Too much. Apart from retconning.
Not even retconning it because there's already a lot of people who've already left it. Like, but the thing is, from what it looks like, they're not retconning a damn thing, and that's sad.
Bound. You want to shoot and shot down.
Damn it. I'm probably gonna get through this thing, and then I have to get ready for work. So.
Ah, gotcha.
But yeah, that's like the thing is like when you talk about Star Wars, I have like because in here we have a whole
Backed out.
we have a whole group of people who like Star Wars ever since the beginning movies. Over here, like they saw the first one, said this was the coolest thing ever, and then just continued watching them. So, like, from where I am, like we could recite like some of the deep lore like nothing. Like I casually know a lot of stupid shit. Like, but so when they destroyed a lot of it, oh, it hurt. Because now I know there's a large hole of my like of information that I know, but now it's just considered legacy or like legends. That's annoying. But you know, hey, at least Rey is a Mary Sue, right? I can't even get up there. Oh, there we go.
Alright.
Alright. I'm gonna get through this level here. So I went into chat mode because, oh my god, I had some shit to say.
Oh, that's fine.
You got very angry, Darth. Darth goes.
It was not interfering with my ability to play on internet at all, probably. Where the hell is it? There's repair and kill. Alright. You can land on to repair.
No. I got him. Nice. Yeah. I feel like the end of the level should be here.
There we go. 5 years. Console game.
Yeah,
I don't know how to type.
End of the level right here. Alright, I'm gonna go take a shower and get ready for my work.
Alright, you have fun.
Yeah. Oh, holy shit. But yeah, the thing is, like, there was basically, how I'm gonna end this is by just saying there was some cool shit out there in Star Wars. Like, some absolutely innovating, like, interesting things, and how they made it. How they made the fact of...
Hours don't mean anything.
Well, like, so how they made it, and how it all existed, and things like that.
Why would...
They've made it so that in certain timelines, even you could have a character and make them a badass. And it felt like, even like during some of the things, like you were a part of the world too. And then with the Star Wars, with the newer Star Wars movies when they came out, they destroyed that. They basically wholeheartedly fucked that up, and that sucks. That really does suck. Hell, like, you know, when like back then when there were only 6 movies, it felt like you know, if you were super into it, there was something that you could fight for. And now it feels like with the new movies and what's happening, it feels like there's just no reason to to do it anymore because it's just being followed by a bunch of assholes who, to be honest, don't even know the story. They haven't even back checked themselves, and so they made something so they took something and made it it was so heinously bad that it just, why even bother for some people? They and that's sad. That's really sad. We lost some of the oldest members because of the newer movies, and that hurts because those were the people who would sit down and explain how deep of a thing and
Yeah.
how Star Wars changed their lives, and then seeing it basically being spat in their face for all the stuff that they've learned and they've known, just because some asshole who can sit on a fancy chair and tell people what the fuck to do in front of a camera. That hurts. That really does hurt. Um,
Oh.
Even for the people who I understand the movies, how they were portrayed. They portrayed them like they were kid movies, but what they should have done is they should have aired them to the audience who's been around and who are now adults, who now understand it and are part of their lives, and that
Always so
hurts.
close.
Because if you look at it, if you look at some of the movies, the newer ones, there's just humor out the ass. I understand, at some points, humor is needed, but the thing is, of
Oh, how did I miss? Oh, that was awful, man. How did I miss that?
because you're tism, but how some of the things, how some of the ways of how they changed it were just so bad, it hurts. It hurts a lot of people. It hurt the fan base when those movies came out, and that sucks. The best thing at this point, the best thing I say that they can do is, and it sounds stupid, but wipe out the 3 movies, try to erase them from the face of the earth, right? Make them as disappear or gone as far as they can. They're still going to be there. They're still, no matter what you do at this point, they are still going to be a part of the Star Wars franchise because they just fucked it up so badly. But if you can wipe it and try to at least place something in its place that is actually worthwhile, I'm saying, the thing is, you don't need to move forward with the material. Darth Vader should be the final ending, right? There should be nothing else past Darth Vader. But there's a lot of past. You could go back to when lightsabers were first created. You could do all that shit, but they just entirely forgot that existed. Because there are so many eras of stuff that they just missed out, and that sucks. It just sucks. All of it sucks. Anyway, I'm gonna go take a shower, get ready for work, and yeah, fuck the new directors of Star Wars.
Alright, well, it's all Kathleen.
Seriously, banish them.
Banished?
I don't banish them. I don't fucking care what you do. Just get them away. Get them away from pencil and paper is the best way to say. Get them away from pencil and paper. They do not deserve to fuck up anything else in their lifetime. So, anyway. Yeah, see ya.
He's already left, really. I don't think he... Probably. Oh, it's always so close. Ah, oh, gosh darn it. Heavy cannon, man. Oh, I think it's partially. Just trying. Oh! There's one. Oh, that was so close! I saw how close that one particular shot was. Then, it was so close. Oh. High strike. Dying. Just like always. Oh, I hit a shot. Yes. Oh. Oh, that is something you can do. Well, good thing I tried it. So close to it. I'll try L, Yeah, works slow for 2. Gonna try, Spooky. I'll probably die horrifically. Always. Alright. So we're on this build. Star Step left this, right? God knows why. But let's turn on the box. Oh, shoot at the box. Practice. I'm very... Turn them on, it's already on faucet. But... Oh, he came on on faster than I thought he would. Thought it'd be like 5 minutes at least. So this loadout, which I don't, not very good. Oh, I completely guessed at what to do to not block. Yes, I... Jeez, there's too many. Yay! That was a good fight. I didn't do as badly as I thought I would with HVC. Woo! I mean, the second half of the fight was... That's not how you're supposed to use HVC at all. It's like gross and correct usage of the weapon. That's like pretending I have like a Vulcan or... Alright, I'm gonna be more chill this time and less... Try to hit more long range. Alright, we're still being edged. Yeah. Dead to the... I'm probably more aggressive, honestly. I think better idea. Probably. Oh, being aggressive more fun. I didn't actually shoot. Well, I shot now. The etiquette has been ruined. couldn't maintain the G force. Jeez. Too many. That was a lot of fun, though. And I keep using that. That's fun, too. Like, just trying to be very aggressive with HVC is a lot of fun, you know? Trying to be, fun as well. More. You have L plus, man. Like my Hoover. Oh, and I think I. Bad gun. Oh, bad gun to you. Probably love it. Oh, that was so close. Oh, I got spatially destroyed. I was so close to hitting 2 shots. Oh, come on! That was so close, but I flubbed it. I always do. I always, like, muck it up. What? Oh man, I was blacked out for so long. Ah! Oh, I'm back now. Alright, and now I'm dead. Alright, yeah. Probably position. Eh. Yeah, sure. Not very. Well, I used to be a filthy cat, and I don't use. Not if that happens, though. Was it inconsequential? Nah. Nah. I had G-Luck from it, lol. Yeah. Was it instant G-Luck? Alright. Yeah, we'll just... Oh, that was a good decision. Oh. That was like a risk. I took a risk deliberately to like stop firing my gat to let it re-spool, hoping that would help the end. I think it did. It paid off. Maybe it crippled me. Who knows? I think it worked. Oh, that was a bad G. Couldn't evade when I needed to. How did that G-Luck again? I was going forwards to not hit the rock that was probably behind me. I think it was behind. Alright, we did pretty decently. Like, if it was within a few HP, fine. There's just a big margin of error. Alright. Yeah. Alright, we got a new person. We got a... I think we should... Oh, hello. flying around, having fun. The fun police. I think we should turn the bots. I don't know. I think it shot at me. God damn it! There's a guy's flying off in the distance. Yep. I feel like it shot at me. Oh yeah, Untitled Chapter. Actually, I need to ask. Man, I was so close that one. Alright, is he just like orbiting? Maybe. I don't know. He likes to orbit you. Become a DPS race, which I'm not very good at. Alright. That idea was very flawed, I think, because of G-force management and me not being the best at it. Too much blackouts where I get spatially disorientated. Also, the idea was just very... Because I knew what the idea was very flawed. I feel like that should some shots or something. How did you manage it? It's orbits. I have a moon called Europa. It's a... moon. Trying out the... We blew all our energy on Pantalone. Oh, he got me at the There we go. Yes. Okay, yeah, I was trying out. Yeah, so the idea. Is not worth it. Lose it anyway. It was. Probably. Yeah, the spin up. All right. Yeah. It's pretty. More than anything. I mean, well, you. I probably. Better. Assistant. Let's try. All right. We're gonna do this. probably work fantastically if I knew how to fly. See, this should be better with flak. If you want to be very, try to build up speed. Because of the flak, it's like better. Yeah, but the whole, like, diverge. There's a big skill issue on my end where I'm not very good at maintaining a high velocity compared to, like, what I've seen from other people fly like this. Oh, and I end up G-locking at the end, alright. We're dead shortly. Yes, trying it. If I was better... Constant speed. Might actually work out better. Alright. Ah! It came right at me. Oh yeah, yeah, the Twitch. Everything. Oh yeah. Yeah, put it at, yeah. Also. I don't. You can do whatever you want. No, I lost my days. very protective. Can't footage any. I like because they're more competitive. I'm not the most. A lot of fun. Good. Alright. Yeah, so I'll be ending my Strom and playing the game, mostly because I'm dead inside after all the events. I wish you would have answered. Racing's also. Yeah. Well, I should probably actually practice the posture. That's I was not doing for reasons. Exit. And you. Goodbye.